Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be reacting to a video that was requested on another video. I don't remember which video, but basically they asked me to react to how to drink, and they specifically requested that I react to 4 insane drinks ordered by real people. So I am excited to get going on that. I will not be drinking with him, unfortunately. I am sick, so I have my tea. And that is what I shall be drinking today. But no, I'm excited to see what this another bartender has to say. I've gotten some interesting requests. I get more like stranger requests, I think, at the coffee shop where I work, where people will order like iced cappuccinos, but you know, a cappuccino has foam. And so it's like, do you want me to put hot foam on your iced cappuccino? I don't know what you're asking me for. Or like they'll order, there's so many things that people ask me for. And I'm like, that's not a drink. I can't do it. It's not, whatever you're asking for is not what I will be able to give to you. I've gotten a couple of weird ones at the bar, but not as many. It's just mostly people ordering, like they'll order like a vodka martini, but they don't want any vermouth or olive juice or anything. They literally just want chilled vodka in a martini glass. And I'm like, that's not a martini. But I think that he's going to be giving me some, much stranger requests. So I'm excited to see what he's got to offer, and I'll see if my memory spikes throughout the course of this video, if I can remember anything truly bizarre, because I know I've gotten one or two that I'm just like, what? Okay. But anyway, I'm excited to get going on this. Thank you for requesting it and introducing me to this person. I'm excited to see where he's got to go with this. So let us begin.
There it is. Malibu-ish pineapple old-fashioned. How did I get here? What happened? Holy shit.
Okay, yep, that's... I guess I do get some kind of things like that. Like they want an old-fashioned, but not with whiskey or bourbon.
I'm a friend of the Mover and Shaker and Company guys. They make very cool pins that you can get if you join my Patreon. And also, we're going to have some new pins that we're going to be selling on their website, so you should check those out too. I'll put a link in the pinned comment and stuff right there. Anyway, they've got a really fun Instagram, and they've been doing this series on their Instagram, which you should follow, where they share these impossible, awful head-scratcher drink receipts that people have turned in from customer requests. So we're gonna call this episode, "The Customer is Always Wrong!"
Yeah!
Today, we've printed out a bunch of those receipts. Meredith threw them in a bowl. I don't know what's in here. And I'm gonna pull them out and see if I can make them on the fly. You know, I'm just gonna take it like we got the order, and we gotta make the drink. That's what this is about. That's it. That's the whole setup. Let's make some drinks. What is this one? Table 23, 4 guests. They want a bullet rye old fashioned with an egg white. What? Hands of mystery. I'm gonna need a bottle of bullet rye, some eggs.
What? Okay.
Thank you, Hands of Mystery. I don't want to make this drink. This is bad sounding. This hurts my brain. There is no earthly way to add an egg white to an old fashioned. This presents a conundrum. An old fashioned is a stirred drink. It is not a sour. It shall not be shaken.
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't even think. I guess if you're adding an egg white to an old fashioned, I guess you shake it. Maybe it'll actually be good. I don't know.
I don't know, because
the
like
customer's right. Maybe this guy's onto something crazy.
That is interesting, because like an egg white adds like a lot of froth and some like a little bit of extra body to a drink. So it's like what we do at the restaurant where I work, if someone asks for like an egg white drink, we actually no longer offer a drink with egg white. We used to, but it was impossible. We have only ever at a time one bartender taking care of everything, so it was just a little too much to try and get an egg white in there. So what we ended up starting to do was use aquafaba instead, because it's a Mediterranean place, so it's like we have chickpeas, so it's just like, and that not only gives you the same sort of texture and a very similar flavor profile to an egg white, but it's also vegan. So there you go. That's what we do. But yeah, it has to be shaken.
Syrup here. I'm gonna add a little bit, like a little more than a 1/4 ounce. You know, you don't want it to be too sweet. You still want it to be an old-fashioned. 2 dashes of Ango. Part of me is thinking, like, what if you go more? But no, we should keep it like an old-fashioned. And 2 ounces of bullet rye, which by coincidence, I happen to have. Probably bought this for the Manhattan Matrix.
Hmm.
I'm gonna add an egg white. Yep. Okay, that's it. Let's just shake that drink.
Yep.
Dry shake it. Ooh, frothy. I mean, might work. As nice.
Yep. There it is. The dry shake.
Yeah, it's old fashioned, right? So it's shook. Egg white.
Shaken old fashioned.
Big rocks cube.
Yep.
I'm gonna double strain this one. Not very appealing looking. This is a bad looking drink. Just doesn't look good, but that doesn't mean much. Maybe this is a good drink, and I presented it poorly. Yes, I need an orange. I don't know. Maybe this is gonna be good. I'll give it. This one I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Peel an orange peel. Zippity-doo-dah.
Yeah. Okay.
Egg white old fashioned for table 23. Let's see how it is.
I'm curious.
It's weird. It's like it's not as horrible as I expected it to be. It's not good. I don't love it. I don't like it at all. It's not like, huh. It's just kind of, huh? The more I think about it, the more I hate it. It's lost all of its snap. I think that shaking it has overwatered it. I really think that's kind of what it comes
yeah,
down
that
to.
makes
And
sense.
then we further diluted it with the egg white because that's like an ounce of spirit that we added there. And so it's missing a lot of the qualities that make an old fashioned. It's not anymore really spirit forward. It's not like a showcase for the rye anymore. It is neither a sour nor an old fashioned. It sort of dissatisfies on both fronts without ever becoming a new thing that is good. I suppose one could drink it, but I choose not to. In conclusion, I will say that the customer at table 23 is wrong.
Yeah.
And that this drink is bad. It is also unattractive. It is ugly and just terrible.
It's not a pretty drink.
It's terrible. Let's do another customer receipt right after this message from our sponsors.
Okay.
Hey guys, gonna keep this one short. Just give me a minute. So Bright Cellars had an idea that they wanted me to try out, so they sponsored this one. So hey,
Cool.
thanks,
Lucky.
Bright Cellars.
I want to get
if you've been
sponsored
watching
by
the show for a while, you've probably
wine.
heard me talk about Bright Cellars a few times on here. But to refresh your memory, Bright Cellars ships great wines from around the world straight to you, and they make it easy by figuring out what kind of wine you're gonna like for you. You just answer 7 little questions on their website, and then they use their space-age wine computer. That connects the dots, and it ships you just great wine. You enjoy the wine.
I feel like I've used
they'll have a
Bright
little
Cellars
feedback
before.
on your account, and they use that to fine-tune and really dial in your tastes and preferences. So far, I've really loved all the wine they've sent me. Some more than others, like anything, but there's been no giant flop bottles or anything like that. But you know all about that because I've been talking about Bright Cellars for a while now. But here is something fun. They asked me which of the wines they've sent me are my favorites, and I picked this Folk and Fable Cabernet. I just think it's a really solid red. I kind of just love this stuff. So they're going to include a bottle of my fave, the Folk and Fable, when you order your first 6-bottle box, which is delicious. I think it's plum and cherry fruit kind of forward without being overly sweet at all. Very
that
well
sounds
balanced,
nice.
just super drinkable. For my money, it's a perfect wine. Perfect wine. Honestly, it's exactly what I want. Hop on over to the website using the link below. Do the little quickie quiz and get half off your first 6-bottle box. Are we in a wine club together now? I think we are. I think we're in a club together now, you and me, because we're drinking the same wine.
I'm drinking tea still.
All right. Thanks for sticking around, and now back to the show.
All right.
Next receipt. Here we
I'm excited to see where this one goes because I was like just thinking about. I was like, that's not how you make an old. And again, that's the kind of thing that people want you to do, though. It's just like, it just they want you to do things in a very specific way, but it's just like that's not how you make that drink, like at all. Like I've gotten some, and certain drinks are very, very particular to the customer. Like martinis are incredibly particular to an individual. Like people want things to the minute detail, which can make them kind of tricky. So like some people just want the regular martini. The people who drink martinis though have such a particular profile that they want you to like just nail. And they're not always great at explaining what that is. So like that can be complicated trying to like get to the bottom of what it is that they're looking for. But like sometimes like with that old fashioned that he was talking about, it's just like, but you just heard about egg whites in a drink, didn't you? And then you wanted to do that in an old fashioned. And like he put a lot of simple syrup in that old fashioned. When I make them, I tend to go way less on the simple syrup. I like just kind of put a splash in, way less than a quarter of an ounce, just because, at least for me, I do not like them overly sweet. But I guess I do tend to drink bourbon just straight most of the time. So I'm just like, why do you have to add all that stuff? But we have a really nice old fashioned at the place I work where we use fig syrup instead of regular simple syrup, which is just like, which adds like a nice little difference. And we use black walnut bitters instead of just the regular bitters. So I like it. I think it's nice.
Here we go. Table 203 has requested a paper plane.
Okay.
No Aperol. Sub cranberry. What? Magic hands. I need that. Cranberry juice. Oh, yeah. Ocean spray. Good stuff.
I can't do a paper plane
thank you very much.
At my restaurant. Yeah, we don't have like half the ingredients necessary.
It's all equal parts. So cut a lemon in half. I'm going to go 1 ounce of lemon juice. Paper plane is invented at Milk and Honey. I think it was invented by Sam Ross, but I'm not actually sure off the top of my head. In our weirdo version that does not have Aperol, we're going to do 1 ounce of cranberry juice. I don't know why you would do that. I understand not wanting Campari, but I can't understand not wanting Aperol. 1 ounce of Amaro Nonino, a nice Amaro, but I frankly only own it to make paper planes. And 1 ounce of
that sounds right. We don't have
strong,
Amaro.
Cask strength bourbon. Bakers would be fine.
We don't have Amaro, which is really important for the paper plane. People keep asking for it, but it's like we don't.
And then we have the order for table 203, a paper plane with the Aperol swapped out for cranberry.
Just to make it less bitter, I guess. But
it's amazing how much one little thing can throw a drink off. That's bad. Wow, it's amazing how bad that turned that drink. Oh man, it's just so tart.
Tart. Okay. I was wondering if it would turn it sweet.
Because that is the flavor of this drink, and just enough bourbon and Amaro come through over the cranberry and lemon that it kind of tastes.
Oh right, I forgot about
that.
A
note of rotting carrots.
Ew.
It's like rotting putrid carrots, like a pile of rotten carrots. Yep. God damn. No, I hate this drink. Oh, yeah, it's the peanut. The peanut and the bourbon comes out. But in this profile combo, it kind of tastes carroty.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to pour this out now.
Yep,
I already poured it out, but the customer was wrong. 203, wrong. Let's pull another one of these recipes out and see.
He sounds so defeated.
Seat 1, Midori Margarita. A Midori Margarita. Doesn't say with salt or without. A Midori Margarita. Hands of Fate, we're going to need a few things. Thank you, Hands of Fate. Is this the Fortaleza Blanco? Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That's great. This is a top shelf margarita. Oh, the very finest Midori. 1 ounce of lime juice for a Midori Margarita. God, I do love the smell of lime juice. It's just unbelievable.
I do too.
Powerfully transportive, the smell of lime juice is. It's just like, where's a vacation? Love it. I need an ounce of Midori. You know, if I just see Midori Margarita, I think you swap out the modifier. You swap out the curacao, the Cointreau, whatever you want to use in your margarita. And you would make it the Midori. I've never had to make a Midori.
That's kind of what I would think too.
I don't have any idea what spec to use. I'm just going to do this as if I was making a margarita, but not using Cointreau. I'm going to use Midori. So I got 1 ounce of Midori, which is probably a lot.
It sounds like it.
2 ounces of my Blanco tequila.
See, but that sounds correct to me too. It's like, or like that's how, like that's often what we'll do too. We do things like this at the bar I work at where it's just like they want like a specific kind of margarita. So it's just like, okay, fine. We have a melon liqueur. We've got like passion fruit or something, blackberry. Like we'll add a different, like we don't have Midori. But it's like we'll add some, or pomegranate liqueur. We'll add something like that, like in place of well, we use triple sec because we're not classy, but like, you know, something like that.
Using Fortaleza, which is a good Blanco tequila available from our friends at Curiata, where many fine spirits are sold. And we're gonna put some ice in here and shake it up. 1 ice cube goes in, 1 ice cube gets cracked. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Oh, a real margarita glass, even better.
Oh, nice.
Coupe. Green.
Like, so green.
Whoa, that is green.
That's like
I gotta tell you,
fluorescent.
This is halfway drinkable. You garnish it out with a chunk of watermelon.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be halfway drinkable. Let's see if the customer over at table 1 with his Midori Margarita is onto something. No, they're not.
Oh, man.
Oh, God, that's bad.
But he put a lot of Midori in there.
Oh, it gets weirder, too. That's a bad drink. That's a bad one. Very few drinks are bad in that way. It is just so bitter.
Oh, bitter. Okay, there it is.
And just bitter. Not bitter, it's just so tart. It's so tart. I mean, it is so tart. Oh my God. And herby in all the ways you don't really want anything to be. It just kind of tastes like skunky and tart. Sour skunk. It's a skunk sour. That's what I'm going to call this drink. You know, the one thing I do have to contemplate, although Midori is pretty sweet, it should be sweet. I really expected this drink to be sweet. I'm going to try something stupid. I'm going to throw it back in my shaker real quick, and I'm just going to throw in like a drop of simple. I know a lot of people add some sweetness to their margs. Maybe when Table 1 was making these guys at home, maybe when they were making it at home, they made it a little sweeter, giving them really the benefit of the doubt.
All right, I'm curious to see.
It's absolutely luminescent. It's so
really
green.
Is.
I swear to God, this drink is actually glowing.
It looks glowing.
Well, it's way less tart. It is still terrible. It has no goodness. There is no goodness in this.
Oh, no.
It has a soul that is made of just vile filth. It is
interesting.
A bleak abyss of despair. This drink is worse than any drink has right to be, considering what a simple combination of ingredients it is. It's not like I took a bunch of Tabasco sauce and mayonnaise and egg whites and vodka or something like that and threw that together and made a joke of it. Like, this is an honest attempt at somebody making a drink, and it's unbelievable how bad it is, given all of those things being true.
Too bad.
For a single substitution, the smell of rotting hay. That is a very specific smell that is so bad. Just the foulest smell. If you've ever been a couple of times, they've used hay bales around, like when they were doing construction and changing an interchange, and then they left them out in the rain and they got wet and then they rotted in the sun. That hay bale rotting smell, it's in this drink.
I love the like sass of the thing on the edge there. Straw. It's straw. It's not hay. It's straw.
If you've ever wanted to have that as a cocktail, the Midori Margarita is the luminescently neon green drink for you. And with that, I conclude that the customer at Table 1 is fucking wrong.
See, yeah, like that's what I was saying though. Like when we make these kinds of drinks, we if it's not just like a classic margarita, you know, it's the tequila, the triple sec, like a little bit of whatever flavoring that they pomegranate liqueur, melon, passion fruit, whatever. Like a little simple syrup or agave, whatever we've got on hand at the time. I don't know. It's like it usually works out okay, because we don't have like a mix. So, and I usually add a little bit of lemonade. That's what it is, because we don't have a margarita mix at our restaurant because we don't really do a lot of margaritas. So we always have to make them kind of from scratch. So they always kind of turn out a little bit like this. Maybe that's why they're okay.
And that this drink must be poured into the gutter of history. And sometimes it just like surprises you with this very like surprise mint, hello, you know, it's like you've just grown accustomed to the nightmare of rotting, skunk-piled, maggot-infested hay bales, and then mint.
Why mint?
I think I can stomach one more receipt. Let's see here. Oh, this one was right on top. What's this? From the patio well, table 322 in the dining room. A Malibu pineapple old-fashioned. What the fuck? Who would do that? Why would you do that? Malibu pineapple old-fashioned? Not Malibu, not the coconut rum liqueur, but the pineapple variant of the coconut rum liqueur. I don't think I've got pineapple Malibu. Do I have some kind of a pineapple rum? Bring that in, mysterious hands. Ugh. Oh, good. In the plastic jug. Parrot Bay pineapple, Caribbean rum with natural pineapple flavors. Only 21% alcohol by volume. Look, Malibu is not a rum. It's a sweetened, highly sweetened liqueur, with the Parrot Bay pineapple being at 21 proof, 21%. I have a regular bottle of Malibu. Oh yeah, mysterious hands, bring me the Malibu. I think it's got to be in the same ballpark. Oh, 21%. Look at that. I think we're in business. I have a funny feeling this will be really good analog to the Malibu. You know, it's not a perfectly scientific experiment, but let's see how a quick taste, a little nip. Yeah, that's what I like once in a while. A little nip of the Parrot Bay pineapple rum. Yeah, top of the morning to you here. Ugh. Whoa! What the fuck? It tastes like pineapple.
Ugh.
It does not taste like rum. It tastes real bad. There's an element of that does not taste ingestible. Like, I always joke that Malibu tastes like drinking suntan lotion.
A little
But
bit.
like the smell of suntan lotion, I assume that drinking suntan lotion would taste like your body rejecting it because it's made of poison. That's what this tastes like. Just as soon as it hits your throat, your body's like, get it out.
No,
Get it
no,
out
thank
of me.
you.
So we're going to make an old-fashioned with that. Okay, get yourself a nice big cube of ice there. There you go. Add to it your couple dashes of Angostura bitters. I think that with a Malibu pineapple old-fashioned, you can go 3 or 4, actually. You know, normally just 2, but I would go a little extra on the bitters, maybe. I don't normally do this kind of thing, but like, I'm going to put in the smallest amount of simple syrup I could possibly manage. A drop. Boop. That's it. Not a bar spoon, but like a dasher of simple, because this is all sugar. And adding more sugar.
See, that's when I would probably try the drink first without putting any simple syrup in there at all. Just like, it's like there's only so much you can do for a drink like that, and I'm like, so sweet, so sweet.
And now 2 ounces of plastic bottle Parrot Bay pineapple rum. Not a sponsor of this episode, by the way. I don't want anybody to think that we're showing favoritism. There it is. 1 Malibu-ish old-fashioned. Just stir that in the glass until it's done. Feel your soul leave your body.
Yeah.
No, I'm just waiting for the glass to get cold. There it is, the icy embrace of the void. Perfect.
There it is.
And a twist of orange, as an old-fashioned should have. That's very important to the...
I've also gotten really lazy with my old fashions, and I just kind of like go like this with them to sort of, I don't like use the spoon. I just kind of shake it with my hands, just like roll it back and forth between my hands until it's cold enough to serve.
For the preparation of this drink.
It works.
Don't mess around with that. Yeah, you want to make sure you get all those oils. I like to drop it right in the glass.
Me too.
There it is. Malibu-ish pineapple old-fashioned. How did I get here? What happened? Holy shit. That's a smell. Pulp mill. Yeah, like it's got straight up cabbage fart smell.
Ew.
Okay. Let's see how the Malibu-ish pineapple old-fashioned is that was ordered for table 322. What?
Unspeakable.
What the fuck?
Crawling.
Oh, God. You have to track down who ordered this. Wars will spring up in this person's wake. Nation will rise against nation. The seas will turn as blood. This person is the Antichrist. What had to be wrong with your mind? Come up with this. A non-diseased soul could not have come up with a sentence such as Malibu pineapple old-fashioned. It just ain't right.
Wow.
I don't know how else to express to you
that sounds...
the wretchedness of this glass. Oh, it's all pulp mill. It just tastes like drinking a pulp mill. Like
Old
rot
ham factory. I
and
love the little sass on the
decay
side.
tinged with slightly spicy bitterness and fetid pineapple notes. It's plenty sweet. It was the right call to not add sweetness. Oh, good Lord. This drink makes me want to quit the show. This drink should be a meme. I swear to God. I defy you to come up with a drink worse than this. That's a real drink. That's not just like, oh, I put together some motor oil and horse jizz. You know, like that would be worse, sure. But like that's not a thing that you could actually do.
Looking at what he's got on the thing here, I'm thinking something like Saint Germain with a Campari and possibly like you would need to throw in some gin or something. Because, like, gin can be good. Like, gin, lime juice, Saint Germain. Add a little bit of, like, soda or, like, wine or something, like a white to add a little bit of less sweetness. Like, that's a drink. But if you want to, like, add some nastiness, add some Campari in there. I'm just, like, trying to... I don't know what you would call that. But... Like, we have a drink at the restaurant where I work where it's gin, lime juice, Saint Germain, and Mitzvane wine. And that is a Georgian amber wine. It is a little citrusy. It's pretty dry. And it just cuts down on some of the sweetness of the Saint Germain. And that's pretty good. I like that one. But there's some things that you could do to that drink to make it undrinkable.
Your bar and invent a worse drink than the Malibu pineapple old fashioned. You cannot. It cannot be done. There should be a fucking X Prize for this. Oh my God! I didn't know that flavor was possible via known organic compounds. My lord. Holy shit, that's bad. There's no part of you when drinking this that screams, uh-oh, you drank ammonia or bleach or something like that. Like, it never manages to fall outside of the imagined range of flavorable tastes. I don't know how else to explain that, but like, this is like a color out of space. You know, it's just a taste. It's just a flavor, but it burns. So this customer is both very, 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 very wrong and also very, very dangerous. The person who invented this drink is a danger to all who surround them. No customer could be more wrong. This customer is very wrong. Oh my God. I can't do any more of these damned receipts, but as you can see, there's quite a few more of these left. So maybe we can revisit this idea when I've recovered. If you really want to see more of this, let me know. Shout out to Mover and Shaker for collating and doing the research on this one for us. Thank you guys, Mover and Shaker. Also, thank you for making these excellent pins.
The pins are cool.
And why don't you check out Mover and Shaker's Instagram and the store where you can now purchase your very own How to Drink pin. We have a little lineup that we've been working on. And check them out. That'll be in the pin comment below. If you try Malibu Old Fashioned, I'd love to know how you like it.
I don't want to try it.
Maybe it would be good with Malibu. Maybe. Certainly with Pirate Bay.
I don't think so.
Pineapple Caribbean rum with natural pineapple flavors. It's bad.
Shall we do a pineapple rum old-fashioned matrix?
I don't know if my microphone picked up that person's voice, who I no longer know, suggesting an unspeakable act that we must never speak again. Please call for help. The authorities should be notified. Or just watch more How to Drink. Hey, check out these other episodes of the show that you might have missed, because I've been making it for a long time. And I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, and all those things. And I'll put them links down there in the pinned comment below. I'll see you guys very soon with another episode of HTD. I have to go gargle.
Fair.
I have to go gargle now for a while. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right. Well, that was
There
a
it
lot
is.
of fun. I enjoyed that. I'm always like a little bit worried when I like am watching bartenders or anything like that. I'm like, I immediately think that I've always done everything wrong my entire life. But I'm like, oh no, I pretty much called that. I think I got that correct. So I always feel a little validated too. It's like, all right, good. I do know what I do know what I'm doing. That was fun. I liked him. If you liked this, then make sure you hit that like button and comment below if you want to see more How to Drink, because I really enjoyed myself. I'm looking at some of the other things on his side here. I'm like, ooh, cursed cocktails thanks to Critical Role, like more nightmare drinks. I'm like, ooh, baby, I think I found a new favorite channel for me. So anyway, thank you so much for suggesting it. Thanks for sticking around with me to watch this. I didn't remember any specific nightmare drinks from the bar that I work. We have a very specific cocktail menu, and people usually just order off of that, which makes things a lot easier. It's usually things like they just want less simple syrup in something, that sort of thing. So that's not usually so bad. But I did have like a lady at the breakfast place that I work, and she ordered a oat milk latte, and her friend ordered a regular latte. So when I brought them both over, the one lady who'd ordered the oat milk latte was like, she's like, how much, she was freaking out about how much espresso I put into it. I was like, I put the exact same amount of espresso I put into everything. She's pointing at her friend's drink and being like, that one's so much lighter. And I was like, because oat milk is both darker and thinner than regular milk, and so your drink will turn out darker. And she didn't like to hear that. And she like flipped her lid again, and she wanted a drink with less espresso. So I made her another oat milk latte with like a single shot of espresso in it. It looked almost exactly the same, and she was like, I'm not drinking that. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, sorry that you don't know that oat milk doesn't look like regular milk. Like, I don't know what to do with you. Anyway, I get a lot more of that kind of thing at the breakfast place that I work, of people, like I said, wanting like frozen or like iced cappuccinos, which I'm like, that's not really a thing. Or like oat milk cappuccinos can be really difficult too, because oat milk doesn't froth the same way that like 2% or whole milk or soy or even skim milk does. So it's just like, it's complicated. And people like, well, why is wrong with this? I was like, you asked for an oat milk, dude. I'm like, I don't know. It does what it does, and I've got 17 other drinks that I gotta make. I'm not gonna spend another 10 trying to get your froth to froth, because I have to use like half a container of oat milk to get it to foam the way you want it to. Anyway, this turned into a coffee rant, which it wasn't supposed to do, but I'm sorry. Again, I've had a lot of cough syrup today. So thank you for coming with me on this new journey. I'm hoping that it'll be a fruitful one, that we will continue on. If you do want to see it, more of how to drink, make sure that you let me know in the comments below. You can also help by subscribing to the channel or becoming a Patreon. If you join our Patreon, we really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to expanding a little bit. I would like to do something similar to how to drink here, make some drinks, show you what I'm doing, things that you can sort of substitute. I'm looking forward to do something like that. I would love to do something like that in the future. That sort of thing is always possible, but at the moment, not quite attainable. So again, if you can't become a patron, that's all right, but we would just ask if you're subscribed, if you haven't already subscribed. We're trying to get to 100K. Fingers crossed that we can do that pretty soon. We're kind of getting close. We'd love to have our little YouTube play plaque. That would be fun. So thank you again. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully I will no longer be ill. Bye-bye.